Hi everyone, I'm Marlowe. Welcome to my YouTube channel. On this video, it's all about the bold, the beautiful, and the original first bad bitch of the stage and screen, Mae West, and three of her signature fragrances that she loved and wore throughout her life. I'm all about legendary perfumes and legends who wore them. If that's something you're into, feel free to like, subscribe, and share. And of course, enjoy this video. Now, Mae West was a star unlike no other before or since. Her career started in the mid 20s by becoming a huge Broadway sensation in a film that she wrote and starred in called Sex, that also landed her in jail for 10 days because it was so controversial. But after that, she wrote a play called Diamond Lil, where um, she basically created a character that would personify her entire career. Diamond Lil was a prostitute with a heart of gold, and um, basically, Mae West was a bad girl with a heart of gold and incorporated this character in her entire career that expanded 5 decades. Now, she was a woman who enjoyed just the finer things in life. She enjoyed beautiful men, perfume, luxuries, and she was the main character of her entire life, not only in her films, but in her personal life. She found a look that she stuck to, and it was just super glamorous and blonde, and she inspired many, many sex sirens that came after her. Um, but the one thing about her that made her different was she made sex funny, and she was very overt about it. And also, she took the role of almost like a wise guy in a woman's body, you know, instead of women used as prey for men, she turned it around and um, was sort of like um, the one in control, not only in her personal relationships, but her career. And when Hollywood came calling in the 1930s, before she was signed to Paramount in 1936, she demanded to be the highest woman, not woman, the highest person in general paid in the entire studio, and that included all the executives. And she was. And from there on, she portrayed this overtly sexual, funny, bold, brazen woman that was fascinating and um, just charming and funny, to say the least. Now, she was also a huge health nut. She took care of herself. She didn't drink. She didn't smoke. She took good care of her skin. And she loved, loved, loved good fabrics, good clothes, and of course, good perfume. And the three fragrances I'm going to talk about are legendary perfumes. The oldest one that she loved in the 20s and 30s was Le Bleu by the House of Guerlain. This was released in 1912, and it's a powdery violet, almost creamy perfume that is so dreamy, beautiful, almost hypnotic, that many Hollywood blondes of the time loved and adored. This is definitely my favorite Guerlain fragrance by far, and it was also favored by her. The second perfume is a perfume actually that was inspired and created, um, not for her, but inspired by her. Not only the fragrance, but the bottle, and it is Shocking by the House of Schiaparelli. Elsa Schiaparelli was a huge fan of Mae West, and she created many of her costumes for her pictures. And instead of Mae West going to Paris and being fitted for her costumes, Mae West shipped her bodice, um, so Elsa can create her costumes for her without her being there. And she was so inspired by her extravagant figure and her character that she named the fragrance Shocking. And also, of course, the bottle was actually Mae West's measurements and torso, as you can see. Um, this is a very, I would say, jasmine and rose perfume, but what makes this so extraordinary is the rose, the honey note that blends in with the rose, and a sexy, fleshy, dirty civet note that just dominates throughout the whole wear of this perfume. If you want something that's over the top sexy, um, fleshy, and in my opinion, extremely feminine, I would say try Shocking by Schiaparelli. I've never experienced a perfume like this. It also has this sweet quality that reminds me of maraschino cherries for some reason when I wear it, but it is bold to say the least, and I can see this being Mae West's signature at the time in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. And you could see that it was auctioned off from one of her many bottles of perfumes that Julian auctioned recently. And the third perfume that her assistant said that she wore exclusively later on in her life, I guess the last 10 years of her life, was Joy by Jean Patou. This was released in the 1930s, and it is considered the number one floral classic perfume of all time, and it was coined the costliest perfume ever made. Also, at the time, it probably still would be if it was in production. This is a very rose, jasmine, um, dominated fragrance, but it has a very fresh, sparkly quality about it as well, as those indolic um, jasmine and rose notes that are in here. When you put one drop of Joy on, you will know and feel what it's like to just feel luxurious, expensive, and beautiful, to say the least. Um, this was admired and loved by so many women at the time. And of course, it's one of my all-time favorite floral fragrances as well. And I only wear the extrait like she did also. Um, I guess that's it. With that, I like to close. I dedicate this video to, of course, Mae West and to all of our fans out there. Um, and I guess that's it for this video. I hope to see you very, very soon in my next video to come. Bye-bye.